and let us all do we can to build a better future.
Let's go and move on to this hilarious segment that I just can't get enough of. Senator Klobuchar was confronted by activists who want her to stop the Line 3 pipeline. This Line 3 pipeline is being constructed in her home state. And let's be clear here. Pipelines leak, pipelines fail. Most notably, let's look at the Colonial Pipeline that Robbie Yeager of Mikasa Casa has been covering. We're working to get him back on our show very soon. There's the Line 5 pipeline that's underneath Lake Michigan. Now, there's no disaster yet, but it's a decade-old pipeline. Let's look at, again, the Dakota Access Pipeline, where there have been leaks on it as well. Pipelines fail. They're built cheaply, and they're not there to improve the economy. They're a disaster, and they impact a lot of our fresh, clean drinking water. So Klobuchar, in this first video, she looks like she's a stand-up comedian in this video, but, you know, and it looks like she's bombing the stage. But, you know, similar to what happened to Manchin and Sinema, Klobuchar is being confronted by her constituents, people who want her to do something about the Line 3 pipeline. And like any politician, she just gives a weak sauce answer. Let's play this video. Enjoy.
Teacher.
And what about Line 3? Where are they? Why is that line going through nearly half of North America's
Okay,
fresh
guys.
waters? But not only that, so you're gonna fund a
She looks like a failed
$5
comedian.
billion nature project, but won't intercept on a
Okay.
project that's already.
Guys, could we just let me talk about Connie here just a little bit? Okay. Well, anyway, I want to thank everyone, tell you how much we love Connie Bernardi, okay? So let's get her reelected. She is an incredible leader. And by the way,
Stop Line 3! Stop Line 3! Stop Line 3! Stop Line 3!
Hi, are you having fun?
Oh, man. You know, there's two things I want to point out. I guess this is Senator Klobuchar's Joker origin story. Bombed terribly on stage, and now she's being made fun of. I shouldn't make fun of her. But anyways, she bombed on stage, and a lot of those activists were drowning her out because, let's face it, the Line 3 pipeline, similar to any other pipeline, is a disaster. We have to look at different alternatives, and this over-reliance on fossil fuels is a drug that a lot of us need to get off of because it's impacting our environment. Climate change is a real threat to humanity, and as we continue to ignore this situation, it's going to get worse. Pipelines fail. They always break. They always falter. But similar to any politician, like how Sinema walked away from her constituents and walked into a bathroom and flushed the toilet, or like how Manchin trying to talk all kindly and nice above his fancy yacht. These politicians don't give a damn about us. They don't give a damn about the environment. They don't give a damn about universal basic income or Federal Jobs Guarantee Act or Medicare for all or student debt forgiveness or medical debt forgiveness. They don't give a damn about really investing into our infrastructure or doing anything else to help out working class citizens. Our politicians only care about who's paying them, who's giving them money. So Klobuchar walked off stage. But these same activists, earlier in October, actually confronted Senator Klobuchar again. So this is an older video, but I think it's only fair that we again see how she reacts to normal working class people, her constituents, people who are bringing up concerns about the Line 3 pipeline. Let's play this video.
Hi, Senator Klobuchar.
Yeah, that's very cute.
Hi, can I talk to you about Line 3 actually? We're asking you to call on President Biden to stop Line 3. It has a higher carbon footprint than the entire state of Minnesota. And this climate crisis, I mean, you saw Hurricane Ida, you saw how many people died, and we just really need you to call on him and ask him to stop it. Because
Yes,
you have
I
so
know
much
about
power.
that concern.
You have so much power.
I
And
brought those
as a young person, the climate crisis is something that really concerns me. And stopping Line 3 we can't have climate justice without you stopping line 3 and asking President Biden. I know that you don't have a vote, and I know that you can't vote in the Senate to stop line 3, but President Biden has that power, and you have the power.
Thank you.
Can you please commit to
Thank
stopping
you.
line 3?
Thank you for sharing. Senator, we're going to Oh, I guess we're going this way.
Can you commit to stopping line 3? It violates so many treaties with Indigenous people. It crosses over 200 bodies of water in Minnesota. If you are really committed to climate justice and to building a future for this generation, then you would stop line 3.
Can you make that commitment?
Can you make that commitment for us? Can you fight for us?
Walking away. Like a typical politician. And like any other politician, they all have the audacity to think that they could become president of the United States. These politicians don't care about any of us. They're willing to walk away. And look, the same thing with Republican lawmakers. They'll walk away too. I don't expect a Republican senator or House representative in the United States Senate or House to care about climate change. They're never going to run on it. They're never going to run on progressive issues. I don't expect anything from the Republican establishment. The Democratic establishment ran on a lot of these progressive issues, or ran on progressive issues, and they chose not to do anything about it. They chose to just sit on it, ignore it, and assume that we would all fall in line. Vote blue no matter who. There's one of your heavy hitters, right? Amy Klobuchar, who kept on repeating that same lame joke over and over again about how Donald Trump's hair would fare in a snowstorm or blizzard or whatever kind of lame joke you were trying to do. Similar to Sinema and Manchin, Klobuchar is walking away from constituents that are bringing up real concerns. Your elected leaders don't care about you. They're all part of one big club. So if you're a diehard Democratic voter or a diehard Republican voter, here's the real secret to your politicians. And I'm going to keep repeating this. Here's what they're really doing. They're not fighting for you. They're not making legislation for you. What they're doing 90% of the time is on the phone, calling their donors to ask for more money so that they can run their campaign, get reelected, so they can sit back in that office booth, so they can call their donors to get more money. And while they're doing that, they're writing legislation that will benefit their said donors. So if you're a diehard Republican voter, diehard Democratic voter, okay, fine. That's your poison that you pick. But know this, you will never have a seat at the table. Your elected leaders don't care about you. And corporate media has done a fantastic job in dividing Americans into trusting this two-party system so much that we're all either Team Red or Team Blue. This midterm election cycle, I want to hold out for hope that things will be different. That maybe more Americans will participate, but in a way that's different, something that the establishment isn't ready for, to where American voters vote third party, supporting third parties, building up infrastructure for third parties, supporting ballot initiatives, and not falling for the same trap of voting for Republican or voting for Democrat, because however which way it will go, nothing will fundamentally change for the majority of Americans. And by the way, Democrats, you know, through executive order, Biden can actually make cannabis legal, make Medicare for all happen, and get rid of student debt. Just those three things. Joe Biden can do that. But he's not going to do it. Just like how Manchin and Sinema will never do anything progressive. I mean, come on. That's a fool's dream right there. And also, again, these activists who are doing the right thing, confronting Senator Klobuchar will never do a damn thing. But these activists that are standing up and demanding the removal of the Line 3 pipeline keep on pushing forward and keep on speaking truth to power. These pipelines fail, these pipelines leak. And just to bring up with the Colonial Pipeline, it wasn't state regulators or federal regulators that found the leak. It was 2 kids under ATVs who found this leak. And as reports are showing about the Colonial Pipeline leak, it is possibly the second worst oil disaster in American history. I dread to think what this Line 3 pipeline will do to the numerous amounts of clean drinking water that it will cross. Pipelines leak, they always do. This is a fact. And Senator Klobuchar walking away from her constituents, well, it's to be expected because politicians don't care about us. That's why there's a General Strike Summit meeting that's happening this Friday, today, tomorrow on Saturday, and on Sunday. We have to look at solutions and not rely on politicians because they're not going to help us.